Let's talk about paid advertising. Now, this is not a course on how to successfully use social media paid advertising options. There are plenty of courses out there available, not just generally speaking, but also specifically for authors. So I'm not going to go into the specifics of that. However, it's important to know which platforms offer paid advertising and what that might look like generally speaking. So I'm going to give you just a sort of brief rundown. I'll be honest, I have not used all of the different paid advertising options, but I do know that they exist. So if paid advertising is something that you're interested in or something that you are planning on doing in the future, do your research. Understand what it looks like, understand what the process is. You want to go in there and throw a bunch of money in only to end up disappointed. The first one I want to talk about is, of course, Facebook. Facebook is the one most people are most familiar with, and it's the one that I personally have used the most. Facebook has a particularly comprehensive insights and advertising console, portal, dashboard type area where you can set up a really wide variety of ads. They have a bunch of different types of ads. You can boost a post that you've already made. You can set up visual ads. You can do video ads. And they provide pretty significant data on them. You can advertise for your own Facebook profile. So if you want to get more likes, if you want to get more follows, you can also advertise to links outside of Facebook. So if you're trying to get newsletter signups, or if you're advertising for a course like this one, or you're trying to get more hits on your website or a blog post, you can also experiment with those types of ads. Facebook ads are, I would say, relatively cheap. One of the great things about them is that you can set very restrictive budgets. You can make it $5 a day or $1 a day. And you also have a lot of control over audience. Because Facebook collects so much data on the people that participate on Facebook, you can really target the people you want to see your ads. So you're not selling, a course on how to do social media for authors to musicians. You can really select who it is exactly that's going to be seeing the ads and hopefully get the most bang for your buck. Facebook also owns Instagram now. So if you set up an ad on Facebook, you can also have it directly sent to Instagram. Instagram ads are pretty simple. There's basically two different types of Instagram ads. There's story ads. So if you're like swiping through your stories, every so often you get like a story that's sponsored. And then there's sponsored posts. So if you're scrolling through your Instagram feed, every so often there's a sponsored post. Basically, that's a brand or person that you didn't choose to follow, and it's just showing up in your feed because they paid for Instagram to show it to you. I personally have not heard of a lot of authors who have had a ton of success with Instagram advertisements. Most of the authors that I know tend to spend most of their ad dollars on Facebook. Twitter also has paid ads. I have actually experimented a little bit with Twitter ads, but again, I haven't met a lot of authors who have had a ton of experience or a ton of success, I guess, with Twitter advertising, but it is an option. YouTube has a slightly different type of advertising model. Basically, what they do is they will allow you to monetize your videos. However, there are restrictions. You can't just post a video and click monetize the ad and have it show ads, whenever someone plays it. Essentially, you have to prove to YouTube that you are a serious YouTuber, and you have to get enough views of your videos and enough followers in order for them to decide that it's worth it to run ads on your page. So I believe it changes. So it could change. So do your research before doing it. But the last time I checked, you had to have 1,000 followers and you had to have at least 4,000 views on one video. So if you're interested in monetizing YouTube videos, that's something that you can do, but you really have to be committed to getting that base of followers, and you really have to be committed to getting those views on your videos in order to make it worth your time to actually monetize your YouTube videos. I had actually thought about a while back going in and trying to set up monetization of my videos, that I have up there, but I don't have enough followers. It's not a big part of my marketing plan. And so when I actually did the research, I said to myself, okay, I'm not going to worry about building out my YouTube. It's too much work, and I would rather be writing books. So as you're doing your research, just pay attention. Even right now, if you don't have advertising dollars, you might in the future. So it's definitely something to consider when you're trying to decide which social media platforms to participate in.